Weather shapes our daily lives in countless ways, influencing not just what we wear each morning but also how we plan our days and interact with the world around us. From the moment we step outside, the forecast can determine our comfort, our safety, and even our mood. Whether we're commuting to work, heading out for errands, or simply enjoying a walk, the weather impacts our choices and routines. It affects how we travel, the precautions we take, and the activities we pursue. For many, especially those whose livelihoods depend on the land or the skies, like farmers and pilots, understanding weather changes is not just helpful, it's absolutely essential for safety, productivity, and success. As autumn deepens, the United States is on the verge of a dramatic seasonal shift. Colder, wetter conditions are quickly approaching, and the landscape is already beginning to change as trees shed their leaves and skies turn gray. Late October 2024 story Eban, Woodap 2025 is set to bring a major pattern change. An Arctic blast is on the way, promising a sharp drop in temperatures, while much-needed rain is forecasted for regions that have been battling drought for months. This is a story of contrasts. Some areas will experience their first freeze of the season, while others will finally see relief from persistent dryness. The coming weeks will highlight just how varied and dynamic our weather can be. We'll break down what's coming so you can stay informed, make smart decisions, and prepare your home and family for whatever the season brings. Being weather aware means more than just checking the daily forecast. It's about understanding the powerful forces at play, how severe weather can develop quickly, how flash flooding can threaten communities, and how drought relief can arrive when it's least expected. In the weeks ahead, we could see all of these extremes. Parched ground, soaking up long-awaited rain, rivers rising, and snow-blanketing areas that have been dry for months. Our team will guide you through these developing patterns, explaining what matters most for your safety, your travel plans, and your peace of mind as the season unfolds. Our goal is simple: to give you the knowledge and confidence to navigate the coming weeks, no matter what the weather brings your way. Let's take a closer look at the details of this evolving weather story, and see how the changing season could impact you and your community. Here's what you need to know as autumn gives way to winter, and how you can stay ready for whatever comes next. The eastern U.S. is about to experience a significant and abrupt shift in weather, marking the true arrival of winter for millions. After weeks of relatively mild conditions, a dramatic change is on the horizon that will catch many off guard. Weather models are in strong agreement. A sharp turn toward winter is imminent. The atmosphere is primed for a major transition, and the signs are already building across the region. Over the next several days, a series of powerful cold fronts will sweep through, bringing a sudden and noticeable drop in temperatures. These fronts will usher in a new, colder air mass, replacing the lingering warmth of early fall. The real headline is a severe Arctic blast expected to arrive in late October and persist into early November, setting the stage for a winter preview. This frigid air, originating in the Arctic Circle, will plunge deep into the U.S., sending temperatures well below seasonal averages. Many areas will feel a chill not seen since last winter. A persistent high-pressure ridge in the west will act as a barrier, funneling this cold air directly into the Midwest, Great Lakes, and along the entire East Coast, amplifying the chill. In the north, daytime highs may struggle to reach the 30s and 40s, while overnight lows will plunge below freezing, leading to widespread frosts and the first hard freezes of the season. This isn't just a brief, cold snap. The pattern could persist for several days, locking much of the east in winter-like conditions and making it feel as if autumn has ended overnight. As a result, energy demand will spike as people turn up the heat, and an early freeze could threaten late-season crops and gardens, potentially causing agricultural losses. For millions across the region, it's time to dig out heavy coats, hats, and gloves, and prepare for an early taste of winter that will require extra layers and precautions. While the east braces for this major chill, the west will remain relatively mild, highlighting a stark contrast in weather patterns across the country. This is a major season-defining shift, a clear signal that winter is arriving early for the east, with landscapes transforming almost overnight. Get ready for a dramatic change, as the weather takes a wintry turn and the east prepares for a cold, memorable start to the season. Alongside the cold, a wetter pattern is developing. Good news for drought-hit regions. The Northeast, parched in recent months, is set for above-average rainfall, replenishing reservoirs and soil. The Deep South, including Texas and Louisiana, will also see multiple rounds of rain. While one wet spell won't erase drought, it's a crucial step toward recovery. These rains will arrive via a series of storm systems tapping Gulf moisture. Persistent storms mean several days of rain for many, from Texas to Maine. This active storm track is classic for late autumn, bringing relief to dry landscapes. For agriculture, this moisture is vital for the next growing season. Residents should prepare for soggy days, but also appreciate the long-term benefits. The rain will help restore water supplies and ease drought stress. It's a welcome change for many communities. The coming weeks promise a much-needed soaking. Today's weather map is already active, setting the stage for what's ahead. Across the country, meteorologists are tracking a complex web of systems, each with the potential to impact millions of people. The atmosphere is in motion, and the next 24 hours promise dramatic changes from coast to coast. A strong low over Michigan is dragging a cold front east, sparking showers and storms from the Ohio Valley to the East Coast. Thunder rumbles and lightning flashes as this front sweeps through, bringing bursts of heavy rain and gusty winds to cities and rural areas alike. Residents are advised to stay alert for rapidly changing conditions. The Pacific Northwest faces its own storm, with rain in the lowlands and early snow in the mountains. Travelers through mountain passes should prepare for slippery roads and reduced visibility, while urban areas brace for steady rainfall and the first hints of winter's chill. These western systems will soon move east, fueling the next round of national weather changes. As the jet stream dips and surges, it acts as a conveyor belt, carrying moisture and energy across the continent and setting up new areas for potential storms. In the south-central states, a stalled front is triggering heavy rain and thunderstorms, raising the risk of flash flooding. Emergency crews are on alert as swollen rivers and saturated ground increase the threat to homes and roadways. Gulf moisture is feeding these storms, making downpours intense. The air is thick and humid, fueling powerful cells that can drop several inches of rain in just a few hours. Each of these systems is a piece of the larger puzzle. Together, they create a patchwork of weather that stretches from the Pacific to the Atlantic, affecting travel, agriculture, and daily life. The first wave of cool air is arriving in the east, while the west storms are next in line. Temperatures are dropping, and the wind carries a hint of the coming season, signaling a transition that will be felt in the days ahead. The South's moisture sets the stage for future rain events. With the Dardanelles and Suqua with the ground already wet, even moderate rainfall could lead to localized flooding and travel disruptions. Altogether, these patterns signal a dynamic, changing atmosphere. The interplay of warm and cold air, moisture, and wind ensures that no region is left untouched by today's evolving weather. Today's weather is the prelude to a major shift. As the sun rises and sets through dramatic skies, the nation prepares for what's next. A reminder that in October, the weather can turn on a dime. The week ahead brings unsettled, cooler weather for the east. Monday's storm will deliver steady, much-needed rain to the mid-Atlantic and northeast. Cooler air will settle in behind, with clouds and drizzle making for a raw, chilly feel. By midweek, a trough will deepen, keeping temperatures below average and skies gray. This isn't the Arctic blast yet, but it's a clear step toward winter. Meanwhile, a warm ridge in the west blocks the cold, focusing the chill on the east. The west stays mild and dry, while the east braces for sustained autumnal dampness. By Friday, the initial storm lifts out, but the cool pattern remains. Attention then shifts south, where another storm will bring more rain to Texas and neighboring states. The stage is set for even more widespread precipitation as October ends. The pattern is locked: cool, wet east, mild, dry west. As October closes, the weather turns even more extreme. A powerful low will develop over the upper Midwest, dragging a strong cold front east. Expect widespread rain, storms, and gusty winds as this front sweeps through. Behind it, a deep trough will unleash the season's first severe Arctic blast. Both US and European models agree frigid air will pour into the central and eastern US. Temperatures could drop 15-25 degrees below normal, with freezes reaching deep into the south. For many, it will feel like winter has arrived a month early. This cold snap will be prolonged, testing heating systems and catching many off guard. The pattern may stall, locking the East in a wintry grip for days. This is a major headline-making event to end October. Prepare for a dramatic, lasting chill. The clash of air masses means severe weather is likely, as cold fronts slam into warm, humid air. Strong to severe thunderstorms will erupt. Main threats: damaging winds, large hail, and isolated tornadoes, especially in the south-central states. Gulf moisture and upper-level disturbances will make the atmosphere unstable. Multiple storm systems will bring repeated chances for severe weather from Texas to Missouri. Flash flooding is a real risk, with saturated ground unable to absorb more rain. Heavy downpours could quickly create dangerous conditions for drivers and residents. Stay alert for watches and warnings, and have a plan for shelter if needed. The transition to cold will be turbulent, with volatile storms, before the chill settles in. Weather awareness is crucial during this period. Be prepared for both storms and sudden cold. While the East braces for cold, other weather stories are unfolding. The Atlantic hurricane season continues, but current tropical threats are minimal. One weak system north of Bermuda is unlikely to develop. A tropical wave in the southern Caribbean has a modest chance, but conditions aren't favorable for major storms. The main story remains the dramatic mid-latitude pattern shift. Out west, a series of storms will bring heavy mountain snow to the Cascades, Sierra Nevada, and Rockies. This early snow is great news for water supplies and ski resorts. The west's trough pattern is ideal for building snowpack, a vital resource for spring. While the east gets rain and cold, the west benefits from high-elevation snow. It's a striking example of how one pattern can bring very different impacts across the country. The nation's weather is diverse, but all regions are affected. The U.S. is on the verge of a major weather shift as October ends. The dominant story: an Arctic blast bringing winter-like cold to the east and Midwest. Widespread freezes and a spike in heating demand are expected. Preparation is key. At the same time, a wetter pattern will bring relief to drought areas, but also raise the risk of severe storms and flooding. The West will see beneficial early-season snow, while the tropics remain quiet. From snow to storms to cold, the entire country will feel the effects. Now is the time to check heating systems, gather winter gear, and review severe weather plans. Stay informed with reliable forecasts and be proactive in protecting your home and family. The coming weeks will be memorable. Being prepared is the best way to face them. Weather is always changing, but knowledge is your best defense. Stay safe and ready for whatever late October brings.